2 weeks after releasing the first iOS 26 developer beta, Apple has seeded Developer Beta 2 with a bunch of small but very important tweaks. Here is how iOS 26 is evolving. So first and foremost, Apple has addressed some of the legibility concerns. The bottom tab bar, which is made of the glass material and floats over the content, was criticized in Beta 1 for not being very legible. But it seems that in Beta 2, they've increased its opacity, made it a little more frosted to keep the glass look, but increase some contrast. However, this change is only in the light appearance mode. Dark mode is still the same as before, but this might change again in Beta 3. Control Center is much more opaque than before, which should help its legibility on all kinds of backgrounds. A few changes come to Safari. When you're on the tab overview screen, the new tab button has been moved to the bottom, making it easier to reach with one hand. When you're browsing with the compact toolbar layout and you go back a page, you now have a forward button as well. When you're cleaning up your tabs, you can now long press on the address bar to close the current tab, even when it's the only tab left. And finally, Apple has changed the layout and design of the More menu. The stock iOS 26 wallpaper now has a motion effect when you tilt and wiggle your phone in your hand. Although it's only available on newer iPhones and only on the lock screen, it doesn't have the same motion effect on your home screen. There's a new version of the Reflections ringtone. It doesn't have its own name yet, it's just called Alt 1, but this is likely to change in later betas. For those of you who listen to live radio, both of you, there is a new live radio widget in Apple Music for easy access to up to 6 radio stations from either your home screen or lock screen. As previously announced at WWDC, the Wallet app is now much more useful as a package tracker. It'll scan through your email and put all of the tracking numbers it can find into this one screen. Personally, I haven't ordered anything recently, but I am told it is there. In the search tab in the phone app, when you type in someone's name, it'll now show you all your recent calls with them, voicemails, and their contact information at the very bottom. I still think this should be reordered. I feel like showing their contact information should be at the top, but it's a step in the right direction. In battery settings, Apple updated the description of low power mode to be more explicit about the background features that it affects as well, like 5G, iCloud syncing, mail fetch, and more. Last and certainly not least, the Settings app has been updated with a slightly denser user interface. Now you can see the general line item peeking from above the search button, whereas before in Beta 1 it was hiding behind it. So this is an improvement, but still a step down compared to iOS 18, where you could see the top 4 line items of the second section above the bottom of the screen. So hopefully Apple will continue to tweak this as development carries on. So those are all the significant changes we've found in iOS 26 Beta 2. Remember to like and subscribe for more updates as they carry on. And be sure to check out the Cultcast, where we talk about all of the top Apple news stories in more depth each and every week. I'm Griffin Jones with Cult of Mac.